Hi there, welcome to this fourth video in this series about personalization with Umbraco Engage. And in this video I will show you some low-hanging fruit personalization. Why low-hanging fruit? Well, if we look at this, then this is of course google.com, and as you can see I search for good quality coffee beans. And over here we can see our advertisement about the beanery.coffee, where we try to seduce visitors to try out our quality coffee beans for free, so you can request a free sample package. And if I click on this link, you can see that we land on our landing page, and we of course put in a lot of effort to making this a nice looking landing page with a nice header. We show the product, we show people drinking our coffee, and also over here we have a form that you can fill out, and then you will get a free sample package of these great coffee beans. And as you can see, over here we have the URL, which contains the beanery.coffee, but as you can see also some UTM values, like it's coming from Google, this one is paid, but also you can see the UTM campaign is free sample package. So that's some information that we can use, because in the ideal world people click on an advertisement, land on your perfectly created landing page, fill out this form, and you will have a conversion. In the real world it doesn't work like that, we all know that, because people will start clicking around, going to your homepage, start reading about who are these people offering that free sample package of coffee, and as you can see there's no way to request the free sample package again. So this is your low-hanging fruit, because we can try to guide people back to their initial purpose of visiting our website, namely request the free sample package. So let's start doing that with using Engage. Again, Umbraco, we are logged in, this is Umbraco Engage, and let's go to Personalization, and then say, let's start building a segment. And I already showed you that people that came in to our website landed with a URL that contained UTM campaign free sample package. So let's use that information to build a segment and then trigger the segment, and as soon as that segment is being triggered, then we can apply personalization. Let's just get started. Over here are our segments, so let's say add new segment. So let's give it a name, and let's say free sample package advertisement, and give it a description. Let's follow up our request free sample package advertisement. We are running a campaign, so it's normally it's a temporary campaign, so let's say that this will run to the end of this month. And for now I want to make sure that we are seeing the actual personalization in this demo, so I will set the control group size to 0%. Normally you will not touch this, but it's just for demo purposes. Our segment is triggered by a UTM campaign value, so simply let's pick that one. So let's go to campaigns, and then let's say we are making use of the UTM campaign value. It should match exactly, and then the value that we have over here, we can save it. As you can see, we now have a new segment that is focusing on, did the visitor come in through a campaign, and if so, through a UTM campaign that match exactly free sample package. Let's add this segment. It's now created over here. Move to the top so that we are sure that we are seeing it in this demo. So right now we create a segment, so if somebody comes in with that UTM value in the link or in the URL, it will be activated. So what we are trying to do is bring people back to that free sample package request. So let's say that we want to personalize our homepage, and let's show you that one on our website. So it's this homepage. So if people come in, we want them if they start navigating to our website, we also want them to have a different header on our homepage, redirecting them back to the free sample package. So let's create a different homepage. So this is our normal homepage. As we have already seen in the other videos, we can go to Personalization and then say Add Personalized Variant. We can pick the newly created segment. We can give it a nice name. Let's say that this is the free sample promotion. And let's try to make people go back to the free like that. And then say add new variant. It opens up in split screen. On the left we have our default variant, on the right we have our personalized variant. I'm a bit lazy, so let's say copy content, paste the content, and let's even copy the header and paste the header. And as you can see, we now have the same headers, but let's change that so we can skip this link. I want to have a different video. So over here are video, so let's say that we want to have this one. And we can have a different promo title. We can say taste our coffee for free. We can pick a new link. So over here we want people to land on the request sample package page, and this is where we can say get your free sample package, submit, and we can even have a promo image. So let's go to the images. We have a nice one over here, this one which we have prepared already. Now we can save and publish. So again, what we were trying to do, because we now have a personalized homepage, so we started off here. So we have our paid advertisement. We put in a lot of money to pop up in Google. Somebody clicks on this page, they land on our beautiful created landing page with the form over here. But if people do not fill out the form, but start clicking on our website, they might get lost. But right now, if they go to our homepage, you can see that they now get a different homepage which states taste our coffee for free and get your free sample package over here. So if I click this one, we are being redirected to this page. So this is step one. But we can even extend this, because right now we personalized one specific page. We can also apply some other tools just to have a better navigation back to the free sample package request page. So let's start doing that in a way that we want to show a top banner on our website. So a banner over here that states, hey, don't forget to request your free sample package. So let's start doing that also. And therefore, let's go back to Umbraco, to engage, and let's click on personalization. And right now we are not going, we are not building a new personalization from the content app over here, but we will do it from here. So we can say apply new personalization, and we can say, we can give the title, so we can say show free sample package top bar, and then also give the description so your fellow editors and marketers also know what we are trying to do. We can say select personalization type, but I first want to pick the segment. So let's say that if people fall into this segment, the segment that we have created, the free sample package advertisement segment, then this personalization should become active. This is where we can select the personalization type. We are not personalizing only one page, but we are personalizing multiple pages. So we can actually pick those pages over here. So we can say if somebody lands on our product page or on our tea page. Tea is probably not the best one, but coffee page, inspiration, about us page, and even contact us page. Those should all be included within this personalization. And this is where we can say include some CSS and JavaScript. And what we did for Umbraco Engage is, if you go to the documentation on umbraco.com, then over here we can have a look at Umbraco Engage. If we scroll all the way down, then over here we have some marketing resources, as you can see. I'm not the best front-ender, so that's why we prepared something that you can easily copy and paste. So over here we have a generic generic top bar template which we can use. And as you can see, it will show us a top bar like this, and that's exactly what we want. So we can say, let's copy the JavaScript over here. As you see, all the JavaScript is shown over here. And let's put it in over here. And we can even change the colors, as you can see. I don't want a yellow background. The border color should be like this. And I want the text color to be white. And this is the text I want to be shown in the top bar. So I can easily copy and paste that. We have the JavaScript here. Let's also copy over the CSS, which is shown over here. Copy, paste. As you can see, we now have the CSS over here also. I know that we don't need this one for our demo website, but normally you can leave it like it is. So we can say save and close. So what we did right now is we build a personalization that is being triggered by the newly created segment, and we are showing a top bar for all these pages. So basically, if we go back once more, let me close this one, to the advertisement within Google. Again, people click on this advertisement, they land on our landing page. Ideal world, people fill out the form. Normally people will start clicking around. If they click to the home page, you will see the personalized header stating get your free sample package. But even now, if you want to go to our products or to inspiration, you can still see, make sure to request your free sample package and taste our high quality coffee beans for free. So if somebody clicks on it, they are now being redirected to this form where you can request your free sample package. So this is basically not just relying on the thing, people click on a link, land on our homepage, and they will actually make the conversion. We can simply follow up simply by using Umbraco Engage, applying those segments with the UTM campaigns, and we can redirect people back to where they came for. So this is how we do that. And last thing, because if you apply all that personalization, because right now we personalized the homepage, we have the top bar applied, so it might become a bit much if you have all that personalization across your whole website. But within Engage, over here we have the personalization and the applied personalization. This is where we can see per segment, because all the segments are listed over here. We can actually see per segment and also across the whole website what is actually running for personalization on our website. So over here we have the free sample package advertisement segment that we have created, and we can see that we have the free sample promotion. That's the single page, is the home page, and we can also see that we have a top bar running on 5 pages. So this is how you can keep control of all your personalized content. I already showed you that this is a temporary segment, so if it's the end of this month is passed and this campaign isn't running anymore, we can simply say remove the personalization like this, and right now no personalization is being applied, so there's no reason to keep the segment, so we can also say delete the segment. As you can see, everything is now gone, so we cleaned up our whole backend and we keep it nice and tidy. That's it for this session. See you in the next series, and enjoy working with personalization and of course within Umbraco. Bye.